lot. Right, thanks a lot, Sandy. We're now going into our next.
My reasons for celebrating Dragon Up is more spiritual than anything, really. It's more about performance, just whatever I get out of it personally. The stages you do go through, it is like a transcendental feel, do you know what I mean? It's like...
Good to be different. And what I feel to do, I'll do. And I think everyone should.
Yeah, try to go for celebration, like, because I don't even try and imitate a woman. People see what they see, don't they, when they look at you. You know, even when, you know, as you're walking down the street, you're not in control of what you look like. You put your clothes on in the morning and you think, this is how I look. But when other people look at you, they don't look at you in the same way as what you look at you. So whatever they see, they see. Some people see me as a woman, some people see me as a man in drag. Some people like myself just see me and think,
what the fuck is that?
Flesh. Flesh. Flesh.
Beautiful.
Flesh. Flesh.
Men have put that thing on women, like, you know, this is what you will look like. Men design the fucking clothes, they make the bras, they make the heels. And that idea of a woman is a man's image of a woman. Dressed up and they put heels on, they put the tits up here and all that business. I think in a way, for centuries have been doing this, that's how men want them to dress, because the men
I agree.
dictate.
But in another way, they emphasise themselves by doing things like that.
I'm aware of that as well. That
They accentuate their own femininity.
Yeah. And in effect frighten men off because they're just so powerful in their prose and stance and that.
But the long and short of it, like, is that
that's empowerment.
a lot of women terrify men anyway because of what power they have, without a lot of women realising this power. And when a male can step into a female image, if you like, it takes on that power as well, and it houses power of both sexes, which is magic.
I've read certain books in the past about it, and Jung, who's like, I think it's a boss person anyway, was talking about the anima and the animus, which is the male and the female psyche within the opposite sex. So within the, I don't know which one it is, I can't remember, but like, the opposite sex to me, the feminine spirit within me, like in you, would be the male spirit in you, and our consciousness or our subconscious. When we need added strength or whatever, we'll go in and pick that out, and it's in there all of us, and it'll flourish, it'll give you strength and so on. And I often think Dragon Celebration is about like feeling so low that you need to you premeditately sort of get into that, you know what I mean? It's like, you know it's there, so so you'll tap into it and bring it out. You might realise that you're depressed before you do it. The next thing you're feeling better, you feel fabulous and you're having a good time and you've got something to go on with for the next couple of months. This has been a celebration.
Yeah, I've never really thought
And then
about
there's the
it.
shamans and there's loads in tribal
What's a
life.
shaman? What did you say, shaman?
It's a priest, a magic man, and they dress up not only in Celtic history but like in African history as well, and within tribal life at the moment shamans still exist, and they're high priests who get in touch with their feminine spirit before a ritual to give them strength and to give them guidance, you know, right throughout history, right throughout culture. What Carolyn was talking about before, the Asians in Dubai, somewhere like that, are just like highly respected members of the community, especially the ones who go through a personal castration, you know, like raw, just chopping fucking dick and balls off, because you can't get it done on the national level or whatever, because there is no system over there, and they're like valued and highly respected people within the community, and people go up to them in the street and give them money.
Does anyone want a brew?
I'd love one,
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, that's interesting. I saw that documentary on the telly about them. It's a bit crazy, isn't it, why different countries treat people who want to dress differently, treat them differently as well. Like it's,
because I don't feel no different than anybody else, really.
I don't. If someone says to me, "You a man or a woman?" I say I'm like, you know, I'm just a person. Just another person. That's all I am.
I mean, here we are, like making a bit of a documentary about our lives and whatever, because we know certain people will be interested in it. It's got a selling point, hasn't it?
yeah.
Because it's a bit weird, it's a bit strange. But I think what's going on outside in society is a lot fucking sicker, it's strange.
Yeah.
There's people mugging old ladies, people raping people, there's people running kids over in cars. That's sick.
That's nice.
And, you know, people say us and think, oh, well, we can talk about that because it's fucking weird.
It's weird, yeah. It's not weird.
I think that's weird out there.
Well, just countries having wars, like complete strangers killing each other because the government tells them that's the way to be patriotic, like.
Old-fashioned, we're just futuristic people. Sci-fi, if you like.
Yeah, I feel alien.
We're not ancestors. Yeah.
I feel
That's where
alien.
you're from, not this fucking planet, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Venus, darling.
Yeah.
I wish we could go and live on other planets as well sometimes. Because I hate this planet, it's shit. So
They've
you've
got
got to
all
make
the
the most of
values
it,
wrong,
you've
haven't
got to
they?
make the most of it and, you know, have a good time.
Yeah, and you've not got to sort of back
Follow
down
anyone
for
else's
prejudices
rules or
just because other
regulations.
people don't like something, you know. How does that decide that you shouldn't like it, you know? Who the fuck are they to tell you what you should do and be and say and think?
There'll be lots of us round in years to come, even more than that.
Well, more and more people are
Each day it's getting...
openly accepting that there are people, neighbours, there are people who they
Well,
know
it's
who are
not just
into
that, it's people who are nice and people who know the score, love us, who are dead sound. And they've got a lovely
people who
attitude.
don't feel a threat, like,
Yeah,
you know,
they're just sound people, and most of them, I know, are heterosexual. But they're great, they're not homophobes. They love us, in fact, and admire us for getting up and making other people feel good by when they do see us. It's like, wow, get up your house. And I'm made up, and everyone's made up, because at least we're giving them something good. Like, yeah, we're having a good time. Why can't you have a good time? We're all here right now.
Yeah.
Type of feeling as well. When we first started doing all this, it was like we did not know what to expect. And when we got on that stage at the academy that night, it was just a big shock for loads and loads of people. Like the club was bouncing. We come on, the club stopped dead for half a second. And it was like, you know, it was just, it frightened us as well, so it knocked us. But last night, it didn't stop. It's just a matter of like us getting used to it, I suppose, and them getting used to us. But more so us getting used to like big crowds of people. Because if we're scared, they're gonna feel scared as well, they will.
Yeah.
But if you lose sex, everyone will just want to go home and have a shag.
If you what?
If you lose sex.
Yeah, but then because of it being the way it is, and because it's then, I mean, if they're mistaken that we're real girls, then that's fine and dandy, because it's a heterosexual club. But they're gonna see it, if they see it like they're men dressed up, giving out sex. Who are they giving out the sex to? The females or the males? Do you know what I mean? So then they're gonna get a bit like, well, the girls are gonna be fuming for the kick-off.
Definitely.
If it is
girls too, if you go into girls' toilets and things, knowing your house, because there's no way you go into a man's toilet. There's no way. Because it could just be either murder or...
Yeah, but isn't that a shame? We should be able to go to men's toilets.
For it then. It's like going down the street with the headscarf on, the two rollers in the front of your head, you know?
Yeah, but exactly why
People
not?
are bound to look at you and like, you know, and think, oh no, you dickhead, and just smack you in the face. But if like you go out and you can, you know, try and blend in and be real, you won't get none of that. And I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Why can't you do that? I know. But you know, within reason.
Yeah, I know.
Don't do it to shock or like make people turn into aggressive monsters. You do it purely to make people feel nice, surely.
Oh yeah.
To make people feel better, hopefully. But you're bound to get like, you know, the odd redneck here and there that just won't have none of it. Homophobes.
I only ever do it to make myself feel nice.
Yeah.
I think I've had sex and drag and been asked to have sex and drag like a handful of times, 5. No more, certainly no more than 10.
I'll have sex with anyone as long as I look good. No matter what I've got on. If they like me and I like them, I'll have sex. Don't care what I've got on, it doesn't matter, it all comes off.
Because the drag is totally separate in my sex life. It's different altogether.
So really when you put drag on then, is it just to feel a separate whoosh altogether? It's not sexual, you said.
Definitely not sexual.
And it's not really mental.
No, it's spiritual. The more I think about it, it's about performance, you know. It's that side of it. It's my artistry. I don't paint canvas, I paint my face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's my only way. And I'd sooner have it out than in because it just gets...
It gets distorted in, doesn't it? That's what's...
Yeah.
There's so much prejudice, isn't it?
Well, that prejudice, you know, I've been thinking about prejudice lately because I'm on this fucking course. And I think society has made it so that human beings don't feel whole unless they resent something. And I've learned from that, and I don't want to resent anything. I think it's a trap. Bigotry, prejudice, resenting people for what they do and what they don't do. I think it's a trap. Because when we're divided as a race of people, then we, you know, we've got us by foot, short and hairies. And it's as simple as that, I think.
If you let them.
If you let them
Just walk all over you, anyone.
Or it's obviously they know we're the pop stars of the future and they're jealous. You know, and we're in Liverpool doing this, and there's thousands of people all over the world doing it, but like, you know, and we are all unemployed. And like, we're not like 100%, I mean, I think we're all fit, but the way we could look, if we had the right things we should have, the right things everybody should have, I know you've got to work for it, and like,
you know, through what we do, could pay off one day as well as just feeling good. And there's more reasons for it.
So would you like to make a career out of your alternative cabaret, I call it? I don't know how you refer to
Yeah, I would.
your performance.
I'd love to.
Out of our nature.
Yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it? Because I keep trying to get away from it. Like before Christmas, I swore. I remember having a gab with Jerry Butler. I was walking in the house and I was saying, driving. I'm glad I came off it because it is like a drug, isn't it? And then the next thing you know, you're back again. You get a phone call, someone says, do you want to make a record? You're like, well, they should be making a record and making Sunday dinner.
It's right.
Or cooking the kids' tea.
Yeah.
Because I've got 4 kids.
Shaz got 4 kids.
You wouldn't think I was 57, would you?
No, you look great for 57.
Thank you.
I'll give him his due. He was understanding in a homophobic way. You know.
Felt like he was
He's just
sick and he
homophobe.
could be helped.
Yeah.
That kind of attitude.
You know, he's a really good homophobe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way they go about it. I mean, if I was straight myself and had children and they come to me and said they were gay, I'd want to meet the boyfriends
Yeah.
and the girlfriends and all that one. I'd want to make sure they had food in the cupboards
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And the spiritual thing, it's like, right, I was born and all that one, and I believe I was born gay. I believe that. But I'll believe when I was younger, I did always believe I should have been born a girl. Really, I really should have been born a girl. I was convinced. I was convincing myself that because of like the way I looked, the way people talked to me, the way boys were with me. It was like, fucking hell, I should have been a woman.
Yeah, but surely it's down to how you feel more than how people treat you.
Yeah,
People
because
can
when I
treat
was
you like a
naked,
dog. It doesn't make you a dog, does
yeah,
it?
I know. But when I was naked, they weren't seeing me naked. I knew I was a man. But to never have ever seen myself naked, until this day, I think I was a woman.
Why?
The way I've been treated by heterosexual normality men.
That's a bit like what you said, Sandy, about you always thought you were white until someone called you a name or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't really the name. I thought, calling me nigger and blackie and that, it was just a dirty word, like, it was like, who are you calling a nigger, like, that one. And then one day I looked in the mirror and I just saw this black face looking back at me. And it wasn't like I was looking at me, this black face was looking at me. I thought, God.
I can relate to that, because one day I woke up and looked in the mirror and there was a queer face looking back at me, and you just can't, you can't turn back once you've seen that face.
Yeah, but how does a queer face look? How does a queer look? What does a queer look like?
Yeah. It's an acknowledgement of yourself, isn't it? And obviously that shows in your face.
Yeah.
As time goes by, you can't tell a queer face from a straight face, because they're going for normal now. Do you know what I mean? In the 70s, not that I was around on the scene, it was like neck chiefs, wasn't it? Shirts and belt sleeves and all that. Being really, really campy. All that, but now it's all like tracksuits and like,
Yes.
Yeah, the track
boxer mates and all
yeah.
that.
It's like
Yeah.
But
they're like different people who are trying to conform, aren't they?
yeah,
but
cigarette holders.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
yeah. Imagine what it must have been like in the Oscar Wilde days. Oh wow.
You're in prison then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like in this day and age, we're coming up to the year 2000 and we know how to love. We've all had our heads battered. We all know what's what. But like, with me, I won't say I'm a transvestite. I won't say I'm a transsexual. I'll just say I'm me. And if you don't like me, you don't like me. But I like to like everyone. I think I'm more normal than Margaret Thatcher.
We all are, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
How
alright,
respected them all that.
we've got heterosexual men and heterosexual females, and you've got homosexual men, gay women, and all the rest of it, who, like, say everybody works, gets up, goes to work, comes home, and they're just living, like, dressing up in that uniform, the males. Females are in that uniform, but not every male can adapt, become female. So those males should appreciate how hard it really is to transform into a female. And a woman knows how hard it is being totally feminine anyway, down to not having any hairs on her legs and really giving it her full femininity, whatever she wants to look like. And like, a man appreciates that in a woman. Now, a man doesn't do that. So for a man to go through and try to be like a beautiful woman, he's not going to look anything like one. But for the ones that do, those men should appreciate the hard work it's took for them to look like that, instead of looking so macho and so beefy. You know, any male can do that. All they have to do is pick weights up. Try picking a handbag up and see whale through a lipstick.
Looking an eyebrow or
Yeah, could they plug an eyebrow?
shave your legs.
They couldn't, could they? And
That's
how
a
hard are
different
they?
type of courage, isn't it?
That's exactly
You're talking a different type
So
of
I
courage,
think
really.
it's more harder
But it is, isn't it?
to become like a female, never mind be one.
It is, yeah.
Putting eyeliner on, it's twice.
But women can do it. Women can do a lot of things men can't do. But now it's becoming like men can do it, but men will never be able to give birth.
Well, women are never be able to produce sperm.
Yeah, exactly. So there's still a thing between men and women.
Well, that's why it's really good to be able to transform yourself from one sex into another.
Maybe if evolution has it, we'll be carrying both genitals one day. And produce our own
What theory
kind.
has it that we did?
Well, yeah, exactly.
That, you know, most of the race on the planet at one time could have been hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of them, like, with people with the both the same thing, like, both together.
And then, if that was the case, we'd have no boys or girls dressing up, and wouldn't it be a golden world?
Well, that's the way it was, wasn't it? In some societies and in tribal conditions, it was encouraged for the male to become female from an early age, like. Maybe sex between the opposite sex was only to reproduce, and before that sex was a free-for-all for everyone.
Flesh. 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 Flesh.